Colm McNutt was just a teenager when he was killed by the SAS near this spot in 1977. He was an active volunteer in the Irish National Liberation Army, and despite his young age, he understood the risks involved. By all accounts, he was totally fearless and was quite prepared for whatever happened as a result of his revolutionary activities. He opposed injustice. He opposed the biggest injustice inflicted on the Irish people, the injustice of partition and all that follows in that. Colm had a choice growing up, and he chose to stand with the oppressed people of this city. Like young people today who face different challenges, but ultimately the same oppressor, we are proud to follow in the tradition of Colm, to stand by his same ideals that Colm stood for. Our movement takes inspiration from the sacrifice of Colm and our comrades. He decided that fighting against the British state was preferable to living on his knees. This ultimately led to that fateful day in 1977 when he was assassinated by the SAS. The Republican Socialist movement are extremely proud of our fallen volunteers. They've all given their lives in extreme difficult circumstances, but what makes Colm's death so poignant is the fact that he was very much a victim of betrayal by someone he thought of as a friend and comrade. His death was needless, but typical of the British state. We must never forget the cruelty that they have inflicted upon our community. Colm's family have given so much. They have stood with dignity through the years since he was killed. They gather here and at Colm's graveside every year to remember him as their son and brother. Sadly, this year we are unable to organise a public commemoration due to the COVID, but that does not mean we will not remember our comrades in a fitting and responsible manner. The political descendants of Colm continues to work in this city, towns and villages throughout Ireland. Here in Derry, our activists are on the streets in Gallia nightly, giving the community a positive focus following antisocial activities in the area. But this activism isn't just happening in Derry. From Belfast, Dublin, Fermanagh, Cork and Limerick and many other places, Republican socialist activists are on the streets carrying out vital work on behalf of and with communities suffering as a result of economic circumstances in which they find themselves. Our task as we reflect on Colm's sacrifice is to make sure this work carries on and is built upon. Let us go forward and build a lasting legacy in Colm McNutt's name. Let us build an Ireland for which he gave his life. Gora Mayogat.